Hello there, and thank you for joining me in another of my painting adventures. Well, here comes Barbados, turquoise blue waters, warm balmy breezes, palms, tropical fruits, and some beautiful scenery. At the moment, I'm at a wonderful spot called Welshman's Gully in Barbados. This is where I'm going to start my introduction. Let's have a go at a very quick sunset. Adding more and more of the lights until the very end. Including the wildlife, its birds, its flowers, its plants, and of course these little crabs and the fish. And in fact, talking about fish, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Here I am, going to be doing studies of fish later on, so I need to get into the sea. You need the basic equipment, one of these little disposable cameras, and then simply plunge in there and get in amongst your subject matter. It's really quite incredible, and almost immediately you'll find yourself amongst shoals of beautifully coloured fish, blues. Cocoa pod on a cocoa tree, and a bearded fig from which Barbados was duly named, which Tarzan swings on. Or artist. Right, we'll go down to the beach. And of course the coconut's nice as it is, but what can you ask for? main foundation and history of Barbados is centred around the growth of sugar and the sugar trade and the rum trade. You see here the sweet sugar cane inside, of which, if we want, we can have a little taste. The wonderful sweet cane. The artefacts had far more sinister connotations, as you can see here. Very sad to see this, but also very glad to see that it's a thing of the past, well, certainly in that country. And you see flowers. If you want, also using there my Chinograph pen. It's great for working up darks and then painting over. And then I'll take some of the ink. Having wet the paper thoroughly, I then bring the ink down as you would with a normal wash, graduating it as I come down, and then adding the cerulean blue as I come down also. You might notice the use of the little figure in this painting to help give the painting scale and lead the eye in through those trees and onto the horizon. You'll see this also in the next painting, which I'm going to show you in a series of stages, from the use of the acrylic right through to blending on the pastel on top. You'll see towards the end that I suddenly put a few figures in, gradually being tightened up more and more and more until the little figures come in, little bits of wood on the beach, the surf in the background. Anyway, having said that, let's sit down in the heat of the afternoon sun. Of Barbados, there's a lot of the coast that is very, very like this, and this is part of what I'm doing here, is trying to capture an impression of that which I see that is special to each place I visit. During my visit I went to see the Graham Hall Nature Sanctuary. Biodiversity, the marshland, the areas where the waders can get to, the beautiful creatures of the marsh, the butterflies, the insects. These mangrove seed heads which drop off, and as they drop off from the mangrove plants they stick into the mud, this is the idea, and then simply sprout up a whole new mangrove tree. On the opposite side, quite like magic, and you didn't know when they were going to come. And crashing and rustling, and it wasn't long before we saw some monkeys. The local monkeys are called green monkeys, and this is because the moss and the algae starts to grow on the fur and they get a green tint. Well, that's the end of my trip to Barbados. Let's take one final look at the paintings that I did whilst on the trip.